All right, so
Not
what is
really.
this residential center?
Oh, this is a place that the ministry owns. Well, not own. We're in the process of buying that. Yeah, we don't
So are
own
you
it yet.
renting to buy, or are you?
Yeah, we're leasing to buy.
You have that as an asset of 2,844,500. So do you own it?
I just answered that, didn't I? I said we didn't own it.
Okay,
We're
but
leasing to
where
buy
does
it.
the, I'm sorry?
We're leasing to buy it. Did you? I thought we just said that.
All right, but
Yeah.
you have listed it as an asset worth $2,844,000.
Oh, that should be more of a liability.
All right, so where does the number 2,844,000 come from on your
That's the
asset and liability?
That's, I guess, the appraisal value of the home or the residential center. Yeah.
Is it a home?
No, it's a residential center. We use it.
All right,
For
so you're saying it's not something you own, but you have it listed as an asset of $2.8 million.
That's probably a mistake. Like I say, it probably should be a liability.
Okay, and what goes on at the residential center?
It is really it's a gathering place for our ministry where I bring in different leaders and also the staff that we have as a place of maybe resort and teaching and training.
Resort?
Yeah, teaching. A resort where we teach and train.
On November 29th, 2013, JMMI paid over $6,000 to Louis Vuitton.
Yes.
What would that be for?
Well, this is for clothes concerning my TV ministry as well.
Oh, you have to wear Louis Vuitton?
Oh, it don't matter what name it is. The point is clothing are allocated to us for ministry purposes as well.
What do you mean they're allocated to you?
You know, in a media ministry.
In a what?
Media ministry.
Yeah.
Okay, or on the road when I'm always traveling and using my clothes, I'm sweating through them. So I'm needing new clothes also for television ministry through the years. So.
And so you use ministry money to buy your wardrobe?
Outfit.
Your
It's allocated more towards ministry apparel.
Does that go into what your income is?
I'm sorry. I don't
Do you
understand.
show that in your income that you got Louis Vuitton clothing?
No, that's not. That
doesn't show.
Because it don't go there.
It don't go there. I don't know
no.
what that means.
It don't belong there. That's out of place.
What's out of place?
You don't get taxed on things like that. That's for a ministry business purpose. So it's not.
Louis Vuitton.
Well, you can call whatever you want.
So June 2014, you spent $3,500 by JMMI to Versace in the Bahamas. Yes?
I'm sure that's right. If it shows there.
And that was for clothing for you?
Yes, probably. Yes, most likely.
So you don't see that there's any problem when you're ministering to the poor, the sick, the needy, to be appearing in Louis Vuitton and Versace?
Well, that ain't something I purchase all the time.
Well, it looks like you did several times in...
I mean, I'm a very frugal person when it comes to this. I go to the right places to get a lot of suits. And if I get some from those places, you don't see that.
I don't see Macy's.
No, you don't see that, because Macy's don't have the kind of suits that I wear. But what I'm saying is, this Louis Vuitton things, you don't see that in our charges all the time.
2013 and 14, JMMI spent over $30,000 in your clothes. Does that sound about right?
What year was that?
13 and 14.
Oh God, yes, because I was traveling so much, yes, and sweating through all my clothes. Exactly. That probably wasn't enough, because just have so.
But they have to be top of the line, expensive ones.
No, they're not top of the line clothes.
Louis Vuitton's not top of the line?
Those not where I get my suits from.
Well, you got something
The
from them
yeah.
spent thousands and thousands.
Well, the belts are more lasting, so that's good.
Come on, you're buying belts for $5,000?
No, I mean
Okay.
multiple belts, not
August 2014, you went to the Gucci store in Troy and purchased something?
Yeah,
What
like
would
I
that
say,
be?
it probably was a belt or maybe shoes. I don't
Belt
know.
or shoes?
But I don't usually buy my suits from these very expensive places. I just get the things that I invest in will last longer, like such as belts.
So you got to go
or
to
shoes.
Gucci or places like that.
Well, no, I buy those things from there because they have a better TV appearance for the belt.
For
and
asking for money
shoe.
from the poor?
No, it's
You paid $1,000 to Monsieur Clothing in New York, and then another $715. Whose clothing was that for?
where's that now? I don't understand.
August 1st, October 28th, total of over $1,700 to Monsieur Clothing in New York.
I don't know about that.
All right, you testified at your last deposition that JMMI owns 3 vehicles, a BMW, a Mercedes, and a Bentley.
Yes.
Have you driven those cars?
Yes.
Is Michelle?
No. We usually have a driver.
The 3 cars that we've talked about, in whose name are the titles?
Then the ministry name.
They're all in JMMI.
I think everything except the Bentley.
Whose name is the Bentley in?
It's in DeWin McDeal.
I have a question, just from a, you minister the poor and the sick and all that. Isn't it a little offensive to be driving around in a Bentley and a Mercedes to people that really, are impoverished and sick and ill and AIDS and drug rehab? Isn't it a little offensive to sort of being show-placing what you have?
Well, dear one, I don't showplace to people, and I'm not in
Bentley.
that car. You don't see me driving around in that car every day. I don't do that.
But it's in
You
the
know.
ministry. Everybody
No.
in the ministry sees you. You said you drive it.
I haven't before. You just asked me have I drove it, but it ain't something I drive every day or even every year. I don't do that. I have drivers who pick up my guests, my high-profile guests. No,
But do you see my point that people that are suffering and giving you whatever their last dime is and donations and drug habits, to have them see you drive around your high-profile guests in a Bentley or Mercedes might be offensive and hurtful even.
It could be offensive if they didn't know my life, but they know my life. It would be offensive to someone like you who's trying to make it bad, but,
So it's
because your
important you have a
attitude,
Bentley.
it ain't really important. That don't make me.
Then you also have a Land Rover that you lease.
Range Rover.
Range Rover.
Yes, it's not a Land Rover. It's a Range Rover.
Which is the better one? I don't even know.
I don't know. They're just cars, that's all.
All right, then there's a series of documents that total almost $50,000 to limo land in 2013 and 14. You have to answer yes instead
Yes,
of- Okay, what was that for?
That was to cut the Mercedes into a limo.
It was to cut the Mercedes.
Into a limo.
And who needs that?
No, that's for guests.
It's for guests and for you
It's mostly
when
for
you're
guests.
entertaining guests?
Yes.
When you're entertaining.
Well, I'm not. When we have guests come in, high-profile people, we
You have to have
treat
a
them
limo.
that way. Don't have to have a limo, but
In a
We-
Mercedes limo.
we treat them.
You treat them?
I said that we have hospitality. Maybe that's a better word.
Okay, then.
And this is not the first one the ministry has had. We
Oh,
had
not the
another
first.
Mercedes limousine. Yes, right. So
So you paid limo land almost $50,000 total,
almost 50,000.
and that was
To cut
for what? To make a limo.
to cut the Mercedes into a limo.
And
And
you
it
think that
became-
was a good use of the money that people donated to you in JMMI?
Well, I mean, the banks certainly have looked at that on our books as good because it has an appraisal value of almost 200K, a little over 150,000.
So, but you got this from donations, and you decided to use it to make a limo.
We really invested really good. The banks
No,
really
I'm just
think
asking
that.
if that's what you did.
No, not the way you're saying it. It's you're fortifying, forging.
I'm forging?
With your mouth,
Then
yeah.
just the question is,
Okay.
did you use the money for the purpose?
No.
The answer is yes.
So,
In June of 2013, there's over $6,000 worth of charges for the Disney Resort Hotel in Anaheim, California. Do you remember that?
yes.
And did you go?
Yes, I was there.
Does JMMI pay any of your auto expenses?
Yes.
And how much?
Auto expenses, I wouldn't know exactly how much.
You don't know how much you get?
No.
Who
The
would
board
know?
takes care of that.
Who's the board?
You can ask Michelle. She's another person to refer to.
What about your housing? Does JMMI pay any of that?
Yes. Mhm.
You get a housing allowance?
Yes.
And how much is that?
I'm not sure.
And do you report these allowances as compensation on your tax return?
Honestly, I don't know how all that work. I have other people who do that, so you can refer to Michelle on that.
Michelle does your taxes?
No, I have other people do it, but she's over a lot of that, the financial aspect.
When you say it's up to the board, now the board includes Michelle,
Yes.
you,
Yes.
and who else?
I'm not sure. You can ask Michelle.
You don't know who's on the board?
Totally, I would rather you get the accurate information because I don't want to be accused of answering falsely like I have been other times when I've tried to guess. So I just rather you, I'm telling you I don't know, just ask her.
How
She'll
many
let you know.
people are on the board?
Don't know, just...
You don't know?
No.
Don't you have to have board meetings?
Yes, we do have board meetings.
So can you count around the table how many people there are?
Well, our board also grows at the same time, so I just rather you just get that information somewhere.
The last time you had a board meeting was when?
So on the phone, I think it's been the beginning of the year in January. Can't exactly tell the date, but
It was on the phone?
yeah. I have never been to court for no criminal charges.
Did you ever
I
hire
understand.
pardon me?
Go on.
Did you ever hire an attorney to represent you in any criminal defense manner?
Yes, I have. And that was the only thing I could think of in 13 is me, when I disciplined my child, and that was the only thing. So I don't know anything other than that. It was
Tell me
criminal.
about that one. Was that in St. Louis?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And which child was that?
That was last year, I think, or the year before last, if I'm not 13. So,
Which child?
Destiny.
Your 18-year-old daughter.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And was this done through Children's Protective Services?
I think so. Yeah.
And what were the allegations?
Well, that I had disciplined her because she skipped class 20 times, and they felt my discipline measure of using a belt was abusive.
All right, so you used a belt in disciplining Destiny?
I don't know if I can speak on that. Can I speak on this? Because my lawyers told me don't.
Then, not knowing the status of those proceedings.
Is it resolved? Is it all done?
I'm going to object to the question.
Well, let me just ask if it's what the status is.
If he knows.
I don't know.
All right, I'm not asking you to say what you did. I'm just asking if the allegations were that you disciplined your daughter with a belt and caused...
Okay.
Just allegations.
Well, you may ask, but I'm going to pose a constitutional protection on that.
What's the constitutional? I'm not asking him to say what he did or didn't do.
Anything that might lead to or otherwise might consider to be incriminating, I think he's got a right to search it.
I think he can tell me what the allegations are. that is not privilege,
Well,
Fifth Amendment or
I think that
otherwise.
it is, because if he doesn't know, he's
I don't.
speculating, and I'm going to assert
Well,
the
he's not
privilege.
saying that.
I don't
I'm
know.
going to assert the privilege. It's absolute. Somebody wants to take it. You know, I don't know. I don't know who the lawyer is. He doesn't seem to know the condition of the matter. So to avoid any kind of drift, and I think maybe you might be concerned about it as well.
Well, is this, let me ask you, did this rise to the level of court intervention by the local court in St. Louis that does,
Don't speculate if you don't
well,
know.
I
please
don't know.
don't testify for him.
Well, I don't know. I
Did you
mean,
go
I'm
to
not
court
sure.
on it?
What court? What do you?
Any
what do you-
court. Did you ever go to any court about these allegations that you disciplined Destiny physically, LaBelle?
So would would family court be
Yeah.
known as?
If you know.
Yeah, family court.
So
yeah.
you did go to family court? Yes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And what was the outcome of that? Is it done? Is it pending?
I don't know.
You have no idea.
No, I don't know everything.
Is that why Destiny doesn't live with you now?
Yes.